Happy Friday, everybody. My name is Lisandra Collazo. I'm an independent sales director with Mary Kay. And today on our Friday stories, it's stories that inspire us. We have none other than independent sales director Grissel Rivera. And she'll be sharing her story about her journey. So, Grissel, take it away.
Hi, everybody. Welcome Friday for our Peek into Pink. I'm so honored that Lisandra asked me to share my story with all of you. So thank you for being on. And I want to tell you about my journey in Mary Kay. And I just hope this inspires you, it excites you, and it motivates you. And you can reach out to your consultant for more information. But I'm so excited to be celebrating my business for 4 years. Well, let's take it a little bit back. I learned about Mary Kay. I was invited to a Mary Kay event 9 years ago. So 9 years ago, I went to a Mary Kay event. I loved the products. I was having so much fun. And at that time, I worked for a corporate company, working 40 to 60 hours a week, traveling all over the country to support our employees for this telecommunication company. And even with the great salary, great position, a great opportunity in this corporate, environment, I couldn't make ends meet. I was constantly not able to pay my bills. See, I'm a single mom. My daughter is 11 now, but at that time she was 2. And I was paying $197 a week in daycare and diapers and formula. It just was never ending. And everything was going on the credit card. And whatever credit card called me to say, hey, Miss Rivera, you haven't paid, you're late, is the one that I was paying so they can stop calling me. So when I learned about the Mary Kay opportunity at that time, I said, no, I don't have the time to do it. I work 40, 60 hours a week. But I love the opportunity of there was no territory, so I'm able to share the products with other coworkers that were out of the state of Florida. I love that I was able to share the opportunity and the products having my daughter with me. I didn't need daycare. I'm able to sprinkle this in my schedule. So I gave it a shot. That time was my season of working Mary Kay to help me with my finances at that time. Being a single mom is not easy, bills come, and I was still paying for a car payment, and daycare can be just another rental, another mortgage, right? So I said, why not? Let me just give it a shot, even though I didn't have the income, but knowing that I was able to buy my products at a discounted price as a wholesaler, it saved me money there. And why not share? Maybe I'll make some extra income. After 2 years, about a year and a half working, I was able to instantly make income. So I was paying off my credit cards. After a year, I paid off all my debt, but Mary Kay continued with the residual income. You see, when you share the products and women are putting the products, it washes down the drain, and then they call you back to say they need more. So the residual income was awesome. So Mary Kay, my business, was paying off my daycare. So in that season, I loved it. I loved that I didn't have to get another job, job. It was my side hustle to make extra income just to help me support the daycare and the diapers and the formula, right? Once Jayla started kindergarten, I decided to just work with my existing customers or just take a step back with Mary Kay. Now, after 11 years working for that corporate company, I got a phone call that I got laid off. So in 2016, I was back into what am I going to do? But when I thought about the time that I was working my business in Mary Kay, even though it was just for a side hustle and it was just very part time, 2 to 4 hours a week or 6 hours a month, like I was working it when I can intentionally. I decided to go back and relaunch my Mary Kay business. So that's why I say I've been celebrating my business for 4 years, because 4 years ago I said yes again and started working my business until I found a job. Well, I'm just thankful and blessed I said yes again because I didn't get to find another job. Instead, my Mary Kay business grew, and now I work Mary Kay. And I have the opportunity of having the flexibility, the freedom of making my own schedule, spending more time with my daughter. And in these 4 years, there's so many times that God reminded me that the decision I made to say yes to this business was the right one, especially this year. In March, we were all told that school was closed. And many women didn't know what to do because they still had to work. Well, I was again reminded of how grateful I am and how blessed I am to have said yes, because I didn't have to worry about that because I work from home and I was able to shift my schedule to help my daughter with school but still work a successful business. And I'm also grateful to become a sales director. I earned my first free car, so I don't have a car payment as a single mom. That's a blessing that I didn't have another bill. And another blessing was the freedom and flexibility to spend more quality time with my daughter and be with her in her activities. But now with this pandemic, I'm able to not worry about finding a summer camp or finding after school program, or finding someone to take care of her, because I'm able to do that. The sisterhood in this area, and the sisters that I've met, it's more about the positivity. When I was running to become a director and I became a director in qualifications, the girls and the sisterhood that blessed me and encouraged me and motivate me was another blessing that I said, I'm so grateful I said yes. Because when you're in corporate America and there's a position, it's not like, hey, I wish you well that you applied and I know you're going to get it. It's more like, I applied too. So let the best women get the position. If you working so hard for a corporate position, it's either somebody got to retire, somebody got to pass away, or somebody got to get terminated. And for order for you to apply, see, in Mary Kay, we all win. We all decide what position we want. We all decide who we want to work with. We all decide, because we are our own boss. And I'm just grateful that I'm able to build, share with other women my I story, share other women, my other sisters' I story. But we motivate each other, we strategize together, we make other women beautiful, but at the same time sharing the opportunity. So yeah, I'm just grateful that I earned my first free car. We're on target for car number 2. Tell me about a corporate company that say, hey, here's the keys. When you get a car company, right? You still, it's not really yours. You still the company's, right? So um, there's just so many beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wins and beautiful sisterhood. They become my family. Mary Kay has become my family. I grew up with no sisters, and God has blessed me with many sisters, right? And we all went together. Having Lisandra here asking me to share my story has been an honor. She's my sister sales director, and I'm just grateful that I got another sister, right? What are other wins? We have rewards and jewelry, and yeah, we love rewards. We love to be recognized, but how great is to empower, mentor each other, coaching each other to be better. So I just love, love, love that. And it's just teaching me also to be a better mom, to show my daughter not to give up. You don't want to give up. There was a time in my journey that I wanted to give up. I said, I want this position, and what is it that I need to work on? And I just realized that I wasn't taking my own advice. Sometimes fear stops us. Sometimes fear is like, I don't want to ask that person because they're going to say no. Well, you already made that. You made that decision for them, and it's not your decision to make. And that was what I was doing. I was like, she has a corporate company. She's an executive. I'm sure she's already getting her skincare. I'm just too afraid to ask. Well, your dream is not big enough, right? If your fear is overcoming your dream is not big enough, right? Or you're already making that decision for them, and you don't want to make decisions for others because you never know what's going on in her closed doors. You don't know if she's looking for the extra income. Many people were afraid to ask me because I was working for a big corporate company in the HR department, not knowing that as a single mom, I was struggling, right? So I'm grateful that my recruiter, my senior, asked me, hey, give it a shot. Yes, I was fearful. Who's not afraid? But be courageous. Courageous doesn't mean that we're not afraid. It just means that we're not letting fear stop us from what we want. So be courageous, be strong, ask them. If they say no, it's okay. But it's better for them to say no than you making that decision for them, right? So you want to ask. And there was a time that I was I told my recruiter, I was like, I'm not asking and I'm gonna quit. So ladies, don't quit, because let me tell you, if I would have quit when I said I was gonna quit, I wouldn't be in this position with my two sisters right here. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Lisandra. So don't quit. There was a time when it was July of 2019. I only had 3 team members. And, I had to remind myself, Mary Kay, you can sprinkle in your life. You're there for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And there was girls on my team that were only there for a reason. There was girls on my team only there for a season, right? And I was that girl back in 2011. I was only there for a season. And then I stopped, and now I joined again, right? And I'm grateful I went through that journey, because I'm able to share with all of you, and it was lessons learned that I'm able to share. So last year I was, I wanted to get into directing qualifications, and I said, if I'm not a director by the new year, I'm done. And I made the decision that I was going to work intentional. And intentional means making the calls, being courageous, saying, fear, get away from me. I'm just going to do it. If they say no, it is what it is. But I needed a car. My car was 225,000 miles. It was breaking. I had to fix it. It needed new tires. And I said, Mary Kay is giving me a free car. And as a single parent, I didn't want to get an extra payment or insurance. The company pays for your insurance. So that was my focus. And I'm just grateful that 3 months after making that decision and not quitting, I earned the position of a sales director. My team went from 3 to 33 unit members, and I'm able to bless other women, even single moms or women that needed a free car. And I'm still able to empower and bless now, because of COVID and the pandemic. Many lost their jobs, furlough, lost an extra income, don't know what to do, what is their future. So extra income and a side hustle doesn't sound like a bad idea right now, right, ladies? Men? So yes, I'm just thank you for letting me share. So don't give up. If you're thinking of a side hustle, or I need extra income, I need to make 300 or 1,000 or 2,000 extra a month, listen to these ladies, listen to my stories, to empower you and impress you, because this is here a single mom that I have my own home, a brand new car. Thank you, Mary Kay. And I get to work 25 hours a week, if that. But yesterday I made the decision to go to the pool with my daughter, talk to some girls, make some extra income. But, when you have a boss, you have to ask permission. I'm not saying to quit your job, but hey, start somewhere. Me saying yes back in 2009 and 2011, I learned Mary Kay. It was just for daycare. But I got much more than a starter kit had to offer. I got sisters, I got knowledge, I got, I just got so much. And then when I got laid off and somebody else determined my income and my life, I said, mm-mm. And I said, I'm going to go back to Mary Kay. I'm going to relaunch my business. And now I'm just so grateful that I did. So don't give up, because when you give up, your dream is probably right there. So just keep going.
So Grissel, thank you so much for sharing that. And there was something that you said that I'd like just for you just to spend like 90 seconds on it, because I'm sure Sharon has some questions. But did you ever feel like quitting?
Oh, many times. But that's why I was sharing last year was like the biggest moment that I really wanted to quit. There was times, even like there's friends that I love so much that they love their products, so they didn't support me. And it wasn't about me. It was about they love their products. And it was like, wow, am I going to get the support? So I just learned that you need to go beyond that. There's going to be family members that won't join you or support you. There's friends, and it's not about you. It's just, that's their choice. But you ask. And there was times that I was like, okay, if I get another no, or if I don't make this extra income, I'm done. Like, I'm done. But then it was that one person that said no and said, I asked her, do you know anyone else that'd be interested? They share. And from that person, I got more leads. I got a party. I sold. There's women in my unit that I met them through other people. They weren't friends, they were more referrals. So I just ask about, who do you know? And if I didn't ask, if I would have quit and not asked that, I would still not be where I am today. But yeah, many times I wanted to quit, because someone saying no to you a few times, it's not pleasant, but it's part of the journey. So yes, there was times I wanted to quit.
Oh my gosh, Grissel, thank you so much for sharing your story. I think this is the first time that I've actually heard your entire story, and you've just made me like, I'm like, wow, you're just such a go-getter, and you're resilient, and you're just a woman that I loved something that you said right now when you said, I was tired of like having someone determine my time and my income.
Mm-hmm.
And that's powerful, because I think that I don't know. I don't know if Mary Kay was like the first time that you had your own business. Had you always worked before Mary Kay for someone else?
Yes.
Okay, so that was kind of my experience too. And I think a lot of people coming from corporate America, when you have an employer, you feel like that is the secure job and that secure payment and that secure, and that's, and especially if it's something that you're working in, that you went to college for, that you prepped for, and that you've been, it's like your career, you feel like that's what you're meant to do. And sometimes you doubt what other abilities and talents and things you can actually do out there, right? When you're on your own. So I think that that was your breaking point when you said, nobody's going to determine my income anymore. So what things about yourself would you say, did you ever doubt, like, can I do something else besides what I'm doing right now? Can I really make it out there as an entrepreneur? And what kind of talents and what things have you discovered about yourself? Like, what has been the personal growth when you've given yourself the chance to have your own business and to take the risk?
So yeah, I've always worked for someone else. I've done other direct sales, just like just a catalog and get stuff, but it wasn't nothing like Mary Kay is, you're your own boss and you get the education and you get the training. So I always say this was my first being my own boss. What did I learn in this season? Just being part of the sisterhood, you learn all of our stories. And I learned that I'm not the only one. There's other single moms that are in this journey as well. And it's just great to be relatable. I also learned like, oh, I can share their stories. I've always been myself. Like when I grew up, I didn't have a great relationship with my family. It was just the way I grew up. I never felt like I can be proud of something. So yes, even though I finished my associate's degree, I didn't feel like I was worth, or I was able to finish a bachelor's degree. So hitting a great company, working for 11 years in HR, it was an accomplishment for me, even though I never got the "I'm proud of you," right? The other thing is like, being a single mom and you're protecting your daughter, and it's just hard for me to like, my marriage didn't work out, or it didn't work out with, with her dad, right? So, and then just getting those things, it was again, am I worth it? Am I valued? And then when you work for a corporate company, it's like they don't value you. So when I was the one selected that have worked so hard and was the one selected to lose my position, it was like, again, another, I'm not worth it. I'm not valued, right? And I've always been a person like, I want this, I'm gonna go get it. And when I didn't get it, it was like, I'm not valued. So when my journey with Mary Kay was, this is my goal, I'm going to get it this day, and I missed the goal, I had to change the date. You never change your goal. You may change the date, but hey, it's your dream, you go for it, and it's God knows when it's your time. I still felt like I'm not valued. But being around women this community and saying, no, you are. And even women out of you don't even know them. You just know we're doing Mary Kay, hey, and they're like, hey girl, I hear your story. I'm so proud of you. It was like, you are? You are? Like, I've never had that. I never felt valued even when growing up. It was like, oh great, you got this, so what else? When I worked a corporate company, it was like, what was done, what was not done. You could have done like so many things, but your boss wants to know what was not done, what deadline you did not meet. Mary Kay is totally different. It's all about empowering and saying you're important, make yourself feel important. And in Mary Kay also helped me to put God first, because sometimes we only pray to God in the bad times, but we learn to also pray to God for the good time. So I just love that. But Mary Kay is what's giving me that even if I miss a goal, I know that my sisters are proud of me, and I know that my team, helping them and their goals, sorry, I'm gonna get emotional. Okay, so yes, that is where I can say I love this business because of that. I mean, I didn't have what I didn't have in my childhood, and in my, I'm getting it now, and it's just so nice to feel appreciated. That's why you guys invited me today. It's like, oh, thank you, yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. You have such a wonderful story, and you're just so transparent. I think a lot of people, that what you just said has resonated with a lot of people. I know it has with me. I felt that way too. And I think that it's just so, just to add something, something extra that's nice when you are your own entrepreneur is, you are the leader of a little girl that's your mini me. And now that you work from home, it's totally a different experience when your kids are actually seeing you work from home. So you can probably hear mine in the background. But what has that been like, having, your daughter watch you work?
Oh, it's been fun, because now it's fun for her to say, like, if I'm doing a live and I forget the aisle maker remote, she goes, don't you supposed to clean your eyes first? So I'm like, this is live, people. So it's nice for her to like see me work, but also for her to see that I didn't give up. So I was always saying, like, I'm going to earn my car. I'm going to own my car. I'm going to earn the car, and you see women earn their car within like a couple of weeks, or women earn it in 6 months. Right. And me, it's like, I need a car. And just showing her, you don't give up, when she was learning to ride a bike, she was getting frustrated, but she's like, Mom, but I won't give up, So it's just showing that don't give up, follow your dream, even though as long as it takes, just do it, But yeah, now, she's 11, she's using her botanical line, and she shares the opportunity with her friends. Like, my nieces were telling her on FaceTime, like, and a friend of hers, like, oh, my mom lost her job. She's like, well, my mother's hiring. So yeah, so I have my little business partner here, but it's fun. It's just fun, and I wouldn't have that if I wasn't part of this business. And I see Sharon, your little boy.
Oh my God, that is so awesome. So I really, what I know as being a mom as well in Mary Kay and being an entrepreneur, more is caught than taught, right? So we say we're working on earning a car, we're earning a car, we're earning a car. But if there's anybody that's going to keep us accountable, it's our children, right? Because our children are like, my kid sees a Cadillac and they're like, look, Mom, the Cadillac, they're so lucky. And I'm like, no, papi, they have to pay for that Cadillac. We won't have to pay for ours, So they're just learning by what we're doing. So, yes, I do agree with Sharon. You are the leader of your home. You are leading a future woman that's going to impact this world. So that's really, really awesome. Now, one question I have for you is, if you could go back and this Grissel can give advice to Grissel that signed her agreement, let's just say 4 years ago, what would Grissel today tell Grissel that had just signed her agreement?
Wow. What would I say is, yeah, that's a very good question. See, in that season, I did it, but I was also looking for work. So I didn't work intentionally in my business when I first started. Like, yes, I'm sharing the products, but I still had the thing, like, I needed to let me look for a job, Didn't realize that, girl, and this is what I would tell my girl, stop looking for a job. Work your business. Just work it and be around women that are winning so you can win. If I would have focused at that time right away, just be surrounded with women that are winning, that are where I wanted to be, then I would have been blessing more women more rapidly, more quick. You know what I mean? Like, even though I was blessing women throughout, I wasn't intentionally looking for the women that Mary Kay needed or they need Mary Kay. It was just more of a slow process for me. Even though I was selling, but I wasn't sharing the opportunity with intention, because I was still like, I need to get a job. I was still interviewing and not knowing that I already had the prize by saying yes on June 2016, that it's there. So when I realized, like, hey, let me work my business, that's when the wheels started turning. That Cadillac dream, the wheel, because we already have the vehicle. Mary Kay created the vehicle. We have the vehicle, we have the wheels. We just need to put the oil, share the product, share the opportunity, be with the sisters you want to win with, be you, and when you're putting that, the wheels are going. If I would have hit the gas back then, I would have blessed more women. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. This is my journey. This is my season. So that's what I would have said myself 4 years ago. Like, you got your business, just run with it. Go I'm proud of you, because I am proud of myself now. I wasn't for a long time, but I'm just proud of where I am, and I'm proud of my Go-Getters unit.
All right, can you guys hear me? Okay, Lisandra, were you pointing at me?
I was pointing at you.
Oh my God, this is so good. We can be asking Grissel questions all day.
I know.
I'm sandwiched.
But you know what? You just say so many good things.
And I love this. Let me say this. I'm so excited because we're on target for car number 2, and I'm sandwiched by 2 new Premier Club directors. So this is like,
okay, and this is exactly what she's talking about when she says, surround yourself with the women who want to help you go up, who tell you I'm proud of you, who say, I believe that you can do that crazy goal that you have in your heart when everybody else in the world is telling you, what? Girl, you're like in your 30s, stop dreaming. No, we're like, go for it, go for it, go for it. So I think it's so important. You've always shown up, and they always say, when you show up, you go up. And it's because it's not that you're going to, I'm magically, just because you work to a physical place, you're going to go up. It's just that you're surrounding yourself with the people that are thinking correctly, who are speaking life into you. Mm-hmm. So I know that has been probably a huge deal, and it's very different than corporate America, and I know I keep going back to corporate America, but that's really the experience of the majority of the people, mm-hmm. And it's how you felt. Like, you talk to yourself, like if you would go back and talk to yourself in the past, you would say, stop looking for a job. And it's just because we're so programmed. We're so mm-hmm. programmed to have that quote unquote, steady income, when at the end of the day, nothing is guaranteed. They can say bye to you tomorrow, and but when you can, have your own business, but it's really important. So just tell us a little bit more about, like, when you say, you surround yourself, how does that been like what does Mary Kay offer you for you to surround yourself with the right speaking and people around your life?
Oh, well, Mary Kay offers, not only our training and access to our Mary Kay corporate, like they're always sending us these awesome videos and training, but we're part of an area that is diverse. We have a diversity of women from single again, married again, to just different varieties of women, because it's not only like surrounding my women, like I love to be with you. You guys are in your next cars and I'm right behind you guys, beep, beep, right? But I also can see like women that are, we help each other even in our personal life. If we need motherly advice or we need wife advice, or like, I'm going to choke my husband, whatever, I can find that, not that I don't have a husband, but I'm still single. But we have that. So from a personal, we have each other, and we pray together, we grow together, like it's just a nice sisterhood. But then when it comes to business, it's like, hey, I have this situation, this customer wants this type of hostess, whatever, and then we share like our experience and we grow together. We read podcasts together, we share each other knowledge, like, hey, I read this, so I just love that I'm able to, like, I want to move up, like grow my team. My team is 33. Our goal is to add another 50 and 50 to bless women. So I'm going to reach out to you ladies like, hey, how do you handle that? Like, what, just here where, you guys asked me to share your story so I can inspire your units. This is right here, a great example of us reaching out and just, being part of, women. It's like they say, there's a saying in Spanish, tell me who you're with and I'll tell you who you are. Dime con quién tú andas y te diré quién eres, right? So who do you want to be with? If you want to be broke, you're going to be with the broke. But if you want to be a free car driving director, that's who you're going to hang out with, right? So tell me who you're with and I'll tell you who you are. That is a saying that I've always heard my tias, my moms say. So, and it's so true. So that's it. Show up, go up, be with the women that are leading, because they're going to show you how to lead others. And then you're going to learn, transform yourself, and then you're going to help the new ones come in and lead as well. So it's just, doing and transferring the skills. I could keep talking.
I love it. Well, I can keep hearing you. I just want to affirm you really quick because I know that we're wrapping this up. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on here today, you guys. I love my pink sisters. Thank you, Grissel, for sharing your story and inspiring all of us and showing us what's possible when you feel the fear, but you do it anyways, because that's what courage, and that's exactly what she said. You feel the fear, but you do it anyways. You just don't let fear stop you. So you are a woman who lives and acts upon faith. So I'm so excited to have you in my life and to just continue to get to know you. And I know that you will get to 100. 50 is around the corner, but 100 is your destination. 100 strong. And I'm excited to do that with you. We're going to do that together.
Let's do it.
Yes. So I just ask God that to continue to bless you and to continue to grow that faith that you've been working with, and let that always be your motor that catapults you. And you're going to do so many big things. This is just the beginning, girl. Just the beginning. We love you, and I'm proud of you.
Love you too.
And Grissel, I just wanted to affirm you too. But before that, Sharon, I know you don't know this, but you said that she's such a go-getter, and that's the name of her unit. So when you said that, I was like, oh my God. So, yes. But Grissel, I just want to tell you, I've seen your growth. I saw you as a consultant. I saw you as a red jacket. I remember your journey. I remember the days leading up to you going on Target for your car. Like, this is not possible. This is not possible. And then all of a sudden it was possible. And I just thank God that you didn't quit, because you have been an inspiration, not only to me, but you were a sister consultant to my consultants in my unit. And for them to see you grow and see you win, it's like, it's so relatable. It's like she was standing here with us. So thank you for, stepping up into the big girls group, and showing others that it can be done, that there is going to be times where you want to quit. There's times where you have failed, but we don't fail. We learn out of what we do. Right. So I want to thank you for not giving up, because many people will try, but the only way that they will fail is by quitting, and you didn't quit. So thank you for being a go-getter and not being a quitter. So, thank you so much, Grissel, for joining Sharon and I's call for today of Stories That Inspire. You know, we just want to bring joy not only to our customers, but we want to bring joy to our consultants and show them that there's women of all different walks, all different, income levels, education levels, different sizes, colors, everything. And just by this call alone, you can see how different we are, but how inside we're all the same. So thank you so much for being on. Thank you for everyone who logged on to watch. And if you're watching the replay, post some comments. We'd love to know your thoughts on today's Stories That Inspire. Bye, you guys.
Bye. Thank you.